Hello and welcome to another edition of The Week That Was, a weekly program where we rewind the headlines of the past week. This week we look at the week that was from 16th to 22nd November. In this week, there were headlines such as the new land conversion amendment, the food grain theft, and something which is comforting for the people of Sangye, that the center has said that IIT land is not enough. So that brings some relief, although there is no formal announcement. To discuss these and other stories, I have with me the editor of Dainik Herald, Mr. Avid Bagle.
Namaskar.
Welcome to the program.
Namaskar.
So we pick up the headlines from the Voice of Goa, that is Herald.
Yeah.
And the first headline we pick up from 16th of November, where there is an important amendment that has been proposed by the government of Goa.
Yeah.
And that has to do with Goa's forests and tree cover under severe threat as a new land conversion rule transfers all powers to the collector.
Yeah.
Now in this, there has been a lot of uproar, especially from the non-governmental organization.
Yeah.
And the controversy surrounding point 3
Yeah.
in this amendment,
Yeah.
which is done to the Goa land revenue conversion of use of land and non-agricultural assessment rules 1969.
Yeah.
Now in this, it is said that the recommendation for land conversion should be obtained from the town and country planning department, forest department, inspector of surveys and land records and Mamladar.
Yeah.
And if they don't submit that report within 20 days,
It is deemed.
yeah, it is deemed that, and the collector can move forward with processing the application for conversion.
Yeah. See, the problem is the clarity of role was not earlier, or today it is not there.
Yeah,
See, the land reforms is basically a revenue function,
yeah,
but the town and country planning department is a separate entity.
yeah,
I think they are overriding it now.
yeah,
Means the town and country planning department has not given any clearance
Yeah.
in 20 days.
Yeah.
The collector can go ahead with
Yeah.
the conversion. That is what the amendment says.
yeah, yeah,
So it is accumulation of powers in one department,
Yeah.
revenue department. It is very harmful and dangerous also.
Yeah.
Means if anybody who can do good or bad with this revenue department can do the conversion.
yeah,
If you see
Yeah.
earlier, you have to take the forest clearance. Your land
Yeah.
comes under that private forest, whether it is falls under Savant Karapurkar report,
Yeah.
or it is a orchard land, or
Yeah.
it is a agriculture land. You have to get certification.
Yeah.
Then you have to take one certificate from the PWD,
yeah,
whether you have a suitable length from the road.
Yeah.
Then you have to take one certificate from health department,
Yeah.
whether that conversion, if you are building a house, then that land is suitable for conversion or not. You have
Yeah.
to take the health certificate.
yeah,
This everything will go if they are not submitted within a 20 days.
Yeah.
The collector can convert the land. Very, very dangerous trend
yeah,
government is trying to set up. Although it is good that something revenue department is handling,
Yeah.
sole handedly, but this dim clause they should not bring in.
Yeah.
That is what I feel.
yeah. And the collector's office is the only office, actually
Yeah.
it is a British office.
Yeah.
And this is the office which combines the executive function and the judicial
function.
So the
Exactly.
powers are concentrated, and
Yeah.
with this the power of the collector has gone up even more.
Yeah. No, it is a old concept when the Britishers were collecting the fees and everything.
Yeah.
That's why it is called as collector.
Yeah.
He was collecting on behalf of the government.
Yeah,
So revenue department should be, they should reform. Some reforms are required.
yeah,
Age-old British systems are there followed in our country.
Yeah.
Some reforms are needed. But this dim clause, no, if the reports are not submitted within 20 days,
yeah.
collector can assume it that they have submitted.
And there is a scope for misuse of this
Yes,
power.
yes. Because the single-handedly he can dealt with.
Yeah,
Otherwise, what they can do, like the TCP board, they can form one revenue board
yeah,
where the all walks of life are represented.
that's true.
Yeah, and they can decide about a
To
conversion.
make it a representative.
Yes, yes, some from panchayat, some from municipalities, some from NGOs,
Yeah.
some architect,
Yeah.
some doctors, some lawyers, and make it comprehensive, and they can decide that which land can be converted or not.
Environmentalists.
Yes,
and
yes,
this
yes.
kind
Everybody should be given representation there.
of- Okay. Now we moving on to November 17. There is a headline in the Herald
Yeah.
which reads, "Food grain meant for the poor was stored in government warehouses
Yeah.
and sold to buyers in Karnataka."
Yeah,
Now, in this raid which was conducted by the crime branch,
yeah,
basically the Karnataka vehicles and 6 people were found at the warehouse and 2 other spots.
yeah,
1014 bags containing almost 59,700 kgs of
yeah,
food grain was seized,
yeah,
and the needle of suspicion was pointing to a nexus between officials of the civil supplies department
yeah,
and some others who are involved
yeah,
with regard to this selling of food grains.
yeah,
Now, preliminary inquiries by the Herald showed that these food grains were being sold to buyers in Karnataka,
yeah,
and the crime branch had raided the warehouse and 2 other establishments of 2 accused at different locations.
yeah,
Now, subsequently, on
Yeah.
the next day, that is 18th of November, also
yeah,
there were fingers pointed to who are the masterminds
yeah.
between this scam of the public distribution system. And one of the reasons was that the FPS outlets were allowed to use their own thumb impression
Yeah.
on the POS machine,
Yeah,
and they used to do it on the last 2 days of the month for tallying.
telling,
So
yeah,
most probably this provision has been misused, and this is how the food grain has been smuggled out of the state.
yeah. See, when we are talking of the public distribution system, it is only limited to nowadays rice and wheat.
Yeah.
Nothing is available, or other items are not available. Means government is not. It is neglected system in our country.
Yeah.
At least in our state, it is
Yeah.
a way neglected
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
The food grains which is meant for the poor,
Yeah.
it is being smuggled to other state.
Yeah.
Do you believe it is happening now only?
No, it has. I think it has
It
been
is
going on for quite some time.
quite some time it is
Yeah.
happening,
Yeah.
because earlier there was no mechanism to check it.
Yeah.
The shop wala was lifting the food grains from their godown at taluka level, brings it, and some people were taking it. Other thing was lying. He was selling it earlier.
Yeah.
It is open secret now.
Yeah.
Now they have introduced some system wherein the thumb impression of the buyer is required.
Yeah.
But as you rightly said, last 2 days it is allowed that they can do it.
Yeah.
So they are saying it is sold. The same system is continued.
Yeah.
Government must assess whether such food grains are really required by the Goans.
Yeah.
I am using the word Goans.
Yeah.
Whether Goans are needed for food grains, whether they consume that rice or wheat, first of all,
Yeah.
because government BPL list, no, it is always
Manipulated.
manipulated, and there is serious doubt how they prepare it.
Yeah.
People are coming in a car. I had seen many places. People are coming in a car
Yeah.
to collect the food grain distributed under Antyodaya Yojana. I mean, it is free of cost, but they are coming in car and they collect it.
Yeah.
This is mockery of the system. They are doing the mockery of the system.
Yeah.
Government should do a proper survey
Yeah.
with the independent agency. If you assign that task to Gram Sabha and all these things, no, people, the BPL
They
list
can-
will grow up.
Yeah.
People, everybody want to be in the list,
Yeah.
not outside.
Yeah.
So Gram Sabha who will take the criticism? Sarpanch will take the criticism? No. He will say, okay, he's included, okay, let him include. So the BPL list is growing.
Yeah.
So the real beneficiaries, government must search and give them the food grains,
Yeah.
the quality food grains,
Yeah.
not now what they are supplying,
Yeah.
the quality food grains.
Yeah.
They must supply. And if they strengthen this public distribution system with other items,
Yeah.
then the corruption will go away, because everybody will be going to that shop. Now see, a ration card holder will go once to that shop, once in a month.
Yeah.
Rest time he is not going.
Yeah.
So when he collects his stuff, he goes home.
Yeah.
Say the 500 people are in a village, they go once in that shop and goes back, because the shopkeeper gets the time to do other things.
Yeah.
If you add many things to public distribution system, the shopkeeper will be remain busy
Yeah.
in distributing those things.
That's
He
true.
will not do such things.
That's true.
That is the only option I see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So then moving on to our third story of this week, that is November 17, we have a story which is the page 1 anchor in Herald,
Yeah.
and this has to do with compensation which was paid to the people who have lost land to the Mopa
Mopa
International
Airport. Yes.
Airport.
Yes.
So in this, this is about the numbers we had a discussion on point counterpoint
Yes.
with regard to
Yes.
this issue.
Yes.
And after that, we have carried the stories with regard to the government's official version
Yeah.
as to how much compensation has been paid.
Paid. Yes.
So, this story by Vittaldas Hegde
Yeah.
is to do with the official statement of the government with regard to compensation.
Compensation. Yes.
And so, the headline reads 15.78 crore rupees was paid to 1,533 families.
Families.
This is the government statement.
Yes.
And an additional 28.18 crore rupees was deposited in the fast track court. And this, they say, is with regard to the enhanced compensation which is to be paid to the people.
Yes.
Now you are from Pedne Taluka,
Yes.
and you are also aware about all this compensation which
Yeah,
has been
yeah.
paid. Now basically the government is saying that apart from these figures that we have read,
Yeah.
61 individuals are yet to claim their compensation
Yeah.
despite notices being sent to them for
Yeah.
the last 9 years.
Yeah.
They have not collected
Yeah.
this compensation.
Yeah.
Now, what is the quantum of compensation which is paid, and what is the actual prevailing rate of land which is there?
Yeah.
Now, the compensation which is paid to them at an enhanced rate,
Yeah.
that is supposed to be 3 times
More
the-
than the,
no,
more than the original.
more than original. So that comes to 60 rupees per square meter for untenanted land,
Yeah.
and this is in Varkand,
Yeah.
and 80 rupees per square meter for untenanted land in Kasarwani.
Kasarwani. Yes.
Now, what is your perception about this compensation paid, compensation accepted, not accepted? What is the figures that we are dealing with? Is it a just compensation?
Forget about the compensation. I look the whole issue as the failure of the governance. Failure of the government.
Okay.
Because in 1963, we got first government.
Yeah.
Now we are in 2022.
Yeah.
Till date, government is failed to establish the revenue rights of the people over the land.
Okay.
That is a crux of this story.
Yeah.
The main point of the story.
Yeah.
The story is when government was conceiving this project called Mopa Airport,
Yeah.
which includes 6 villages,
Yeah.
and later on they included Dhargal, because that road they have now constructed, link road to
Yeah, link road.
airport now they are constructing. 7th is a Dhargal.
Yeah.
When you are sure that you are going to construct an airport at a certain plateau,
Yeah.
you must survey who are the cultivators there first.
Yeah.
Because you have a Talathi in your village.
Yeah.
Talathi knows,
Yeah.
he keeps the record as per land revenue code.
Yeah.
The who cultivates that land.
Yeah.
Whether that land is barren, it is cultivated by somebody. Make a list. At that time,
Yeah.
at that time, when before acquiring, and pay them the compensation
Yeah.
at land acquisition officer level, because he has the powers under Land Acquisition Act to decide about the compensation and whom to be paid.
Yeah.
Now government has made a mischief, played a mischief. They have shifted everything into fast track court.
Yeah.
You know the court proceeding, how if somebody from that Varkand village, per se, Varkand village, want to get the compensation, if he approaches the court as per the government new mechanism, what the court will ask? Prove that you are the cultivator.
Yeah.
First proof is 114 form,
Yeah.
which is in ancestral name.
Yeah.
some grandfather or forefather's name is
That
there
is true.
and the grandson is cultivating now.
Yeah.
So your laziness, government machinery's laziness
Yeah.
has hampered these people and they are not getting compensation.
Yes.
So government must do the proper survey before implementing any project.
Yeah.
If in future if we are implementing any project, make a survey, make a list whom to be compensated, paid, and you settle it at land acquisition officer level only.
Yeah.
It is legal.
Okay.
Land acquisition officer can decide the quantum of the compensation and who can receive that compensation. He is authorized to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So and the irony is that even the fast track courts have not paid any compensation.
Now
to
how
them.
they will pay? There is no revenue record.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't expect anybody to bring papers.
Yeah.
From where they will bring the papers?
Yeah.
Because if you look at this particular taluka problem, it was not in Portuguese territory for quite number of years. It
Yeah.
was a part of Sawantwadi Samsthan.
Yeah, that is true.
Then, and the old documents, no, they are in Modi and they are available in Sawantwadi. If somebody wants to bring their document at the grandfather's time, they have to travel to Sawantwadi. I don't know from where they will get it. It's very difficult to prove.
Yeah. Now, moving on to November 18th again, we have another story
Yeah.
in the Herald with regard to the Sanjeevani factory.
Yeah.
Now, this is a long pending issue which is in the news for quite some time. It
Yeah.
comes on and off.
Yeah.
Now, in this, there is unfair plunder. 1/3 of Sanjeevani sugar factory land
Yeah.
was given up for non-agro purposes to non-Goa companies.
Yeah.
Now, in this, more than 4.20 lakh square meters of land,
Hmm.
the total land of Sanjeevani is 15 lakh square meters,
Yeah.
has been officially given away for non-agricultural purposes.
Yeah.
Now, some of these things are include multi-purpose college, 20,000 square meters of land, International University of Legal Education, another 2 lakh square meters of land, Forensic Science University, 2 lakh square meters, and there are also proposed land to be given for
Yes.
ethanol blending plant under
Yes.
PPP,
Yes.
and the land for truck terminus.
Yes.
Now, how do you look at this story?
See how this sugar factory was started. That is interesting. In earlier days, there was no sugar factory. After
Yeah.
liberation, Bhausaheb Bandodkar government
Yeah.
started this sugar factory
Yeah.
to cater the needs of the farmers from the Kepe, Sange,
Yeah.
Ponda, and some part of the Sattari.
Yeah.
The people were cultivating sugar cane.
Yeah.
To buy their sugar cane, this factory was started.
Yeah.
It was not a dream of a government to make that factory into profit,
Yeah.
because government is a welfare state.
Yeah.
And government must take care of everybody's welfare.
Yeah.
So the farmers' welfare, this factory was started.
Yeah.
If government decide, today also the factory can be started and it can be run.
Yeah.
But now government is saying that so much of investment is needed, so much of profit we must get of it. And government is talking about now business model of the sugar factory.
Yeah.
So few years back I was traveling with Kalanan Mani to Bihar.
Yeah.
Once upon a time Bihar was the largest producer of sugar. What I had seen there,
Yeah.
the many sugar mills are closed there, because it is not a profitable activity nowadays,
Okay.
because sugar can consume more water.
Yeah.
That
It is heavily dependent. on
yeah,
water.
heavy dependent on water. Even in the western Maharashtra region,
Yeah.
the sugar factories are in trouble.
Yeah.
They are not able to pay that much of amount to their stakeholders, those
Yeah.
farmers,
Yeah.
because these are the cooperatives
Yeah.
there in Maharashtra.
Yeah.
So sugar factory is not a viable option, means it's not a viable business.
Yeah.
But as a social obligation,
Yeah.
I think government must run the sugar factory first.
Yeah.
And secondly, the land belongs to sugar factory then, Sanjeevani Cooperative Sugar Factory, should not be allotted to any other activity other than the sugar cane.
Yeah.
If you have a land, plant a sugar cane there.
Yeah.
as a model plot. You
Yeah.
develop a model plot
Very
and
much.
show the farmers.
Very much.
This seed of particular type of
Produces
seed gives
this
this much of
quantity.
yield.
Yeah.
You make a demonstration plot there,
Yeah.
but don't give that land to any other activity other than the agriculture activity.
Yeah.
That is what I feel.
Yeah.
In those days, means some 5-6 years back,
Yeah.
when government was trying to close down the sugar factory,
Yeah.
if you remember, the Sangam farmers were alleging the same thing.
Yeah.
Government will give this land to any other entity, and government was denying at that time.
Yeah.
But now it exactly happened. If you read carefully,
Yeah.
1/3 of that land is already given
Yeah.
to any other activities
Yeah.
like colleges and other institutions.
Yeah.
1/3 of the land.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
Yeah. Okay. Then moving on to Sunday, 20th November, we
Yeah.
have a story in the Herald which has to do with good news for the mining industry.
Yeah.
But how good is this news, we have to see.
Yeah.
And this has to do with the center withdrawing the export duty on iron ore,
Yeah.
which is below 58%
Yeah.
FE.
Yeah.
And also, the center has withdrawn export duty on 45% of iron ore pellets and export duty on 9 steel products with HS code from 15% to nil.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, the government has been constantly promising about restarting of mining.
Yeah.
So, what is your look at this outlook at this industry?
See, this industry it is in big trouble.
Yeah.
When this government has forgotten that export duty on the lower grade of the iron ore,
Yeah.
it will give boost to a dump mining, because dumps are lying everywhere,
Yeah.
which are of low grade.
Yeah.
The e-auction will take place and the dump will be transported.
Yeah.
But what after 5 years, 6 years, when these dumps will get over, what the government will do? Because in earlier episode we have discussed how the mining reserves are depleting,
Yeah.
and if the 20 million cap remains, it will only sustain for another 15 years.
Yeah.
That we have already discussed in another episode.
Yeah. Correct.
Now with this policy, the dump will only cater to 5-6 years.
Yeah.
What beyond it? Nothing.
Yeah.
So mining industry, I don't think there is a bright future.
Yeah.
Bright future is understood by the youth. Huh? In GC, Farmagudi, there was a course called mining engineering.
Yeah. Which
I have
is-
been told that there is no takers now
It
for
is-
that
yeah.
degree course.
Correct. For quite some time,
Yeah.
we don't have taken.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
no takers.
Yeah.
So mining, the industry will collapse one day.
Yeah.
Will collapse one day because of this. Because now the export duty they have gone with, no, the dump mining will start.
Yeah.
People will start exporting that dumps which are lying there
Yeah.
in the private forest areas everywhere,
Yeah.
where the government has taken the conversion fee from them,
Yeah.
and the dumps are belongs to now government.
Yeah.
Government will do the e-auctioning, but my fear is what you will do after 5 years. If the 20 million cap remains, what you do after 15 years?
Yeah.
You can't create a reserve in 1 year.
Yeah.
It takes millions of years
Yeah. Correct.
for the creation of the
Yeah.
iron ore reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Monday story, November 21st, we have page 2 of the Herald,
Yeah.
which is a landmark of some sorts, and that is the festival that we are celebrating.
Yeah.
International Film Festival of India
Yeah.
completes 18 years adulthood in Goa.
Yeah.
Now, when we look at what has IFFI done to Goa, what has Goa done for IFFI, the Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Anurag Thakur has said that India is the most, he wants to make India the most sought after destination as far as film shooting and post-production is concerned, with the talent of people that we have.
Yeah.
And he also says that India should be made into a powerful house of content creation.
Hmm.
And these are the similar things that were talked about when IFFI was started in Goa.
Hmm.
Basically, that the youth talent would be tapped in order in creation of movies, creation of content, production, acting, songs, and all this, and also the film direction, and to create most of all a film culture in Goa. Actually, the idea of a film festival is to take it from one part of the country to another.
Yeah.
It should be a moving concept
Moving
so that
concept.
you popularize the film concept throughout all the states.
Yes.
It's not should be only
Yeah, one
located
day.
in
Yeah.
one state.
Yeah.
Now, given that the Goa government made a proposal and the central government accepted
Accepted
the
it, yes.
proposal
Yeah.
to make Goa the permanent venue, how do you look whether there is a creation of the film culture in Goa after 18 years of IFFI in Goa?
I'll tell you the behind the curtain story. Late Manohar Parrikar was a metallurgist. In IIT,
Yeah,
he was graduated in metallurgy.
metallurgy.
So he was knowing that one day this mining industry will collapse. He was knowing because how many reserves were there. He was knowing everything.
Yeah,
And there was attempt from nearby Sindhudurga and Uttar Kannada district, the Karwar district of the Karnataka, to develop a tourist facilities. Tourism facility they were developing in those days.
yeah,
Now also they are developing.
yeah,
So there is a tough competition for tourism, and the mining will come to an halt.
yeah,
So what is the alternative? The alternative, he was looking at the film,
yeah,
because we are very good at theaters,
yeah,
nataks we are doing, theatre we are doing.
yeah,
So and we are also have a inborn talent or inborn knowledge about the music.
yeah,
Every Goan is a music lover.
yeah,
So this industry is suitable for us. So he requested then Information and Broadcasting Minister Sushma Swaraj to send IFFI to Goa, and she agreed for a permanent video, and later on it was declared.
yeah,
But unfortunate part is, IFFI came here, but the culture has not percolated in our society, because if you see shootings are happening across the state,
yeah,
but it is giving the employment, no.
yeah,
Only to the tune of catering and some supply of bouncers,
yeah,
only limited to that only. We supply the food and bouncers, but the vanity van supply,
yeah.
then the other technical support,
Film technology.
editing,
Yeah,
dubbing, and
Yeah.
all these culture, studio. So see, Goa has a unique advantage. See, this Bollywood center, Mumbai, is just 500 kilometer away.
yeah,
And downside, Bangalore and Hyderabad, these are the major centers of filmmaking.
yeah,
They are also between 400 500 meters.
Yeah.
Within by road also, within an overnight you can reach the destinations.
yeah,
Now the flights are there,
Yeah.
but if you want to travel by road, even by train, it is well connected to Goa.
Yeah.
So Goa has an advantage that the film culture and the related things can happen. But how it will happen? It cannot happen overnight.
yeah,
Government must build up somewhere the film city.
Yeah.
On PPP mode also they can go.
yeah,
The film education
Yeah.
should be incorporated into syllabus. Some separate school at the graduate level, postgraduate level
Yeah.
should be started, which is giving the editing skill, lighting, and I don't know many things. Many
Yeah.
streams are there,
Yeah.
because film institute is there in Pune. I once visited there. So many things are there. So many diplomas are there. Postgraduate diplomas are there.
Yeah.
Government can think of starting such diplomas, degree courses in Goa.
Yeah.
So manpower can be supplied to this industry.
Yeah.
Plus you give some subsidies for the shooting.
Yeah.
Plus you develop film city like on basis of Hyderabad or Mumbai. You also encourage some private people to start studios.
Yeah.
And then we can think, means tell that IFFI is ours.
Yeah.
Otherwise the IFFI is happening for 8-10 days.
Yeah.
Till next year, nothing is
No,
happening.
so presently it is in the form of an event or a
Event.
festival.
Festival,
But
yes.
it is not become an industry or a culture.
Culture.
Yeah.
So people are ready to accept it.
Yeah.
But there is no initiative from the government side.
Yeah.
After 17 years, now government is talking about starting some schools.
Yeah.
But they should not limit it to school. What I am talking about, it colleges and the postgraduate study in that particular stream.
Yeah.
That should be available.
Yeah.
Then only we can supply the manpower
Yeah.
to this industry.
Okay.
if you boost this infrastructure, then the outside manpower will come.
Yeah.
So we must create our own manpower side by side the infrastructure,
Yeah.
hand in hand.
Okay.
Then only the film culture can be percolated in a society.
Okay. So on that positive note, we wind up the week that was, this edition of the week that was. I thank my guest, Mr. Avid Bagle, the editor of Dainik Herald, for his insights and analysis. We hope that you enjoyed this program and hope to be back with us next week. Till then, thank you and goodbye.
Namaskar.